that's probably the best choice because you're very mortal and can take damage easily. But there's a slim chance that you can't survive that kind of a combat firefight. And so, but gamers who want the more action-paced game, they can have that. But for the most part, there's a lot of elements of investigative and adventure. So you want to avoid conflict, you want to avoid the enemies, you want to avoid going in.
Right.
So there's that aspect of the gamer that's not a Twitch, first-person shooter gamer. So
Great.
there's both parts for both types of gamers.
So, and since there's no life bar,
Yes, I'm running with
are
weapons right
people
now.
going to know how close they are to death?
Yeah, actually, it's not just, like I say, you get the visual aspect and if you're in-game, but the gamers that like to know where they are at any given time for the health, we have an in-game model where it'll represent any damage that's really taken real time. If you get shot in the arm, if you're in the arm, if you broken leg, you can show a broken leg. You shouldn't have to use bandages, splints, stitches to actually heal yourself.
Oh,
It's not about collecting a med pack and all of a sudden you're from 50% health, you're 75% health.
Right.
It's about stemming blood
Go
loss.
take a look at that.
If you're bleeding, you stem the blood loss, but if you go out and get shot immediately, you'll still die because you're not really 100% healed. So you want to wait a little bit after you stem the blood loss and you slowly recover. And that's kind of like our health system here.
Okay.
Cool.
And so in this level, later on the level, you're accompanying a U.S. Navy ship to basically attack the deep point underwater. But they're kind of cocky, they're not great, they don't believe in creatures or monsters. And then all of a sudden, all these deep ones come up, basically attack the ship. So obviously, you start kicking in your enemy mode. So with all the weapons, there's two modes. There's the passive mode, where you basically shoot from the hip, and there's also the aim mode.